Hagrid was so huge that he parted the crowd easily. All Harry had to do was keep close behind him. They passed bookshops and music stores, but nowhere that looked as if it would sell magic wands. This was just an ordinary street full of ordinary people. Could there really be piles of wizard gold buried miles beneath them? Were there really shops that sold spell books and broomsticks? Might this not be some huge joke that the Dursleys had cooked up? The Leaky Cauldron, the sign read. It was a tiny, grubby-looking pub. If Hagrid hadn't pointed it out, then Harry wouldn't have noticed it was there. Eager, Hagrid steered him inside and out into a small walled courtyard where there was nothing but a dustbin and a few weeds. Counting the bricks in the wall above the dustbin, Hagrid muttered, 3 up, 2 across, his brow wrinkling with concentration. Right, stand back, Harry. He tapped the wall 3 times with the point of his umbrella, and the brick he touched quivered. It wriggled, and a second later they were facing an archway onto a cobbled street. Welcoming into Diagon Alley, Hagrid grinned at Harry's amazement. Astounded, Harry wished he had about 8 more eyes. He turned his head in every direction as he walked up the street, trying to look at everything at once. The Aelops Owl Emporium, the broomstick shop, and the wizards on the street selling dragon liver. There were shops selling robes, as well as shops selling telescopes and strange silver instruments. Windows were stacked with barrels of bat spleens and eel's eyes, with tottering piles of spellbooks, and with quills and rolls of parchment. They reached a snowy white building which towered over the other little shops. Standing beside its burnished bronze doors, wearing a uniform of scarlet and gold, was a goblin. He had a swarthy, clever face, a pointed beard, and, Harry noticed, very long fingers and feet. Another pair of goblins bowed them through the silver doors, and they entered a vast marble hall. About 100 more goblins were sitting on high stools behind a long counter, scribbling in large ledgers, weighing coins on brass scales, and examining precious stones through eyeglasses. Hagrid and Harry made for the counter. Minutes later, Griphook held the door open for them. Harry, who had expected more marble, was surprised, as they were now in a narrow stone passageway lit with flaming torches. Griphook whistled, and a cart came hurtling along the tracks towards them. They climbed in, Hagrid with some difficulty, and they were off. The rattling cart seemed to know its own way. Griphook wasn't steering. Harry's eyes stung as the cold air rushed past them, but he kept them wide open. As they stopped at last beside a small door in the passage wall, Griphook unlocked the door. Green smoke came billowing out, and as it cleared, Harry gasped. Inside were mounds of gold coins, columns of silver, and heaps of little bronze nuts. All yours, smiled Hagrid.